It's the K.L.P. Aftermath.
Get ready.
What's up, y'all? This is Nicki Minaj.
Yo, what's cracking like this? Big Snoop Deal Double G.
Yo, what's going on? This is Drizzy J.
Radio.
We're taking over the radio.
You're locked in with
K.L.P. Kennedy Lucas.
It's going down. It's crazy.
What's up, y'all? This is Beyonce, and you listening to my station.
Powered by the Core 94.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another exciting podcast here today. This is K.L.P. Aftermath Season 2 with your host, K.L.P. Kennedy Lucas. Welcome back to the studio. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's another new week, but guess what, y'all? Today is February 1st. We are finally into the second month of the year 2022. I'm super stoked about February because February is a great month. And I want to go ahead and Tyrus, he's ready because he's been itching for me to make this announcement all day. So here it comes, T. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we're officially bringing back our Black History Month Core Values video series for the month of Black History Month in this month of February. I am so excited for this because if you guys remember, we did do something like this kind of similar. This was back in, I want to say 2019 or 2020. I can't remember, T. I can't really remember what year we did this, but what we do, and for all of my Emory University people, all my Emory University fan base, if you guys don't know what we're doing, of course, every year, or at least almost every year, Kennedy Lucas and Associates, my marketing firm, and K.L.P. Entertainment media label, we come together to celebrate Black History Month in the month of February. And what we do is we take a footage of whoever we're not interviewing, because we're not interviewing, but whoever we're making a story out of. It's kind of like a mini kind of documentary, a mini video. We add some animation towards it. We add a little oomph for it, of course. Now, if you guys don't know, we do own an engine here at K.L.P. Entertainment. It's called Video Hive Ltd, the official engine that we use for our shows and our films. So I'm very excited to announce that, yes, we're bringing back the core series, of course, for Black History Month. We actually did edit one of our core series videos today. Of course, we're going to be talking about Robert Ash starting tomorrow. You guys are going to see the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video because we will talk about Robert Ash. We have a special video that we put together. I'm so stoked about the outcome, and I really do hope everyone enjoy our core values series for Black History Month. We're going to try to do 2 Black History cultural icons per week within this month of February, just to help us celebrate. I've got of course, Kennedy Lucas and Associates. We're working really hard to make sure we get very iconic people in the series. So it's just something we've done extra for our social media, our YouTube, our Instagram, and our Facebook. And for the first time ever, we're bringing the core value series to Spotify video. So I'm so stoked about it. I'm just really, really happy about it because it is video. Of course, once we upload it to Spotify video, it goes to Amazon Music, it goes to Audible as an audio version of it. But the video side of it, and this is why I love Spotify right now, even though Spotify has been having their heat with their stocks and 2 artists getting their music off the catalog, and of course, Joe Rogan's thing. I love Spotify because now I'm able to give you guys a audio version of our podcast show and also a video version of our podcast show too. And that's how we came out with the idea of like, hey, the core value series, let's have it for Spotify video too, because a lot of people could see it, they can watch it. So because it is video, these series are going to be a video. It's going to be catered to the Instagrams and the Facebook and the Twitters, and also my TikTok. Follow me on TikTok, guys. If you guys don't know, yes, I do have a TikTok, over 3,000 followers right now on TikTok. So follow me there. But we're able to bring the core value series for Spotify video. I'm so happy. I'm so ready. I'm so stoked about the core values. That's one of the things that I look forward to every February, every Black History Month, because it's a celebration about our culture. For all of you guys who don't know, obviously I'm an African American here. K.L.P. Entertainment, we are a Black-owned business. Kennedy Lucas and Associates is a Black-owned business. So it feels good that, of course, Emory 94.6, the radio station to which you might be listening or watching on, or Swanky 93.3, we are at a fully Black-owned business. So that's why we get so excited for February and Black History Month and celebrating. Shout out to my friend Erin Taylor. I saw her today and she wished me a Black History Month. And I think this is a thing for all people out there. If you are in the Black African American culture, you guys know, if you're in the community, make sure you tell your brothers and sisters, not just your physical brothers and sisters and your siblings, but your actual out there community, your brothers and sisters, a happy Black History Month. Today's the first start of it. I'm super stoked about it. Of course, they celebrated all over, different radio stations all over the world. In particular, you guys know the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne the God did his donkey on the day, but he celebrated. He was so happy because today marks the first day of Black History Month, and this is our month. This is our time to celebrate just Black history. So it's just one of those things I get so excited for. So to my brothers and sisters out there, happy Black History Month for sure. So I wanted to, and I know I'm going to stick to the script here, but I do want to kind of get off script a little bit because there's a bit of a big elephant in the room, ladies and gentlemen. It's pertaining a little bit to Emory. I wanted to clarify a lot of Emory University or Oxford College of Emory University or Emory Healthcare or Emory Sewanee. I wanted to clear the air a little bit on the show because I wanted to make sure people understand our policy and understand what we do for Emory Radio is how we do it. It's no shade. I'm not angry. I'm not disappointed. I just wanted to clear the air because I know there's a lot of people who go to either Emory University in Atlanta or go to Oxford College of Emory University or go work at Emory Hospital or Emory Healthcare. I just wanted to clear the air a little bit before we roll on with the show because I think a lot of people get confused when it pertains to our social media. I do want to clear the air a little bit out there, T. And if I may just take like 5 minutes. Tyrus Lester, shout out to him. He's our producer. He makes sure he's my line producer and my time producer. So we have to make sure we stay on time. I wanted to clear the air again on the podcast, go on record real quick. How the way we run our social media is how we do it. Yes, we do use algorithms. Yes, we do use tags within our posting. What we do is when we post something, we're posting and we're tagging Emory affiliated programs, whether it's a student-run organization, whether it's a non-student or a run organization that someone started, because Emory Radio, we are not a student-run organization. We are an organization that is powered by K.L.P Entertainment, my business, and we carry the Emory name. We did patent the name Emory Radio, but you notice in our logo, we don't use the official Emory logo because that is copyright infringement and that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. So that's why we don't patent our media when it comes to Emory Radio or K.L.P Aftermath. And certainly we don't patent the Emory name on K.L.P Aftermath anymore. If you guys remember season 1 of K.L.P Aftermath, we called it K.L.P Aftermath Live from Emory. But since we do things in our studio now, we don't use the Emory name anymore when it comes to our podcast. So it's kind of void with the K.L.P Aftermath title. I do want to understand the people out there who do have a Oxford College or an Emory University in Atlanta or an Emory Sewanee affiliate program that has a social media. If you have a big social media following, yes, we do use you as a tag. We believe in community coming together because we're in a unique situation to now. Back when we didn't have people coming to classes or coming on campuses, we were very social distancing. So we use tags and we use different organizations' tags so that way we want them to come together as a community. If you do not like it that Emory Radio 1 is tagging your account, let us know because we'll stop, right? We're not going to keep tagging you if you don't like the tags. I had to run into one of I think it was the Oxford campus that they didn't, the writing center, I think that's the name of, they didn't like how we were doing their tags a lot. We'll use them. And again, not putting them out on blast, not throwing shade, throwing stones at them, but they followed our account, so we thought it was okay to tag them in certain posts because because in writing they're called what's it called? The Emory Writing Center of Oxford. I think that's the name. When we prepare our shows, we have writers to help us prepare our shows. I'm a writer actually for obviously our shows. So I write our shows out. So when we tag them, we thought it was deemed appropriate. They didn't like that we tagged them a lot. We are guilty of it, K.L.P Entertainment. We are guilty of tagging the same accounts a lot, and we learned to not tag the same profiles on every post. We kind of diversify a little bit. That's on us. I'll be full responsible for that. But we will never ask an organization to share our post. We never have, we never will. So I say that to say to all of the organizations that is Emory associated, we would like that you share our post, but we won't ask you to share our post. If you remember, this radio station was called Live 94.6 The Grizz, and that was not affiliated with GGC, Georgia Gwinnett College. We asked that for GGC affiliates, if you want to repost our content, that's fine. We will not ask you to do that. We have a marketing team. We have marketing skills. We have marketing for social media. So we know how to market our business. I just say, if you want to reshare our podcast or Vox TV or something that we're doing, like tomorrow, when we upload our core values, you want to reshare it, that's perfectly on you, but we will not ask you to do that because we have a team that help market our radio station, rest assured. To all of the organizations out there for all Emory campuses here in Atlanta, if you do not like it, the way our business is run, number one, again, no shade to you. Number one, you don't have to watch our shows. You don't have to listen to our shows. You can block us on Instagram if you do so. We will not be butthurt about it. We will continue to run our business. We will continue to run our show. We will continue to do what we do to make it good. I have had a lot of organizations that want to collab and work with me. It's just we got to stick to COVID guidelines a little bit. We've had people that wanted to work with us and want us to reshare their event they have going on. We'll be happy to do that for all Emory schools, universities, hospitals. We would be gladly to do that. We've done it for GGC when this was the GGC radio station. A lot of GGC RSOs wanted us to share their stuff, and we did, and we made gold out of it, and they had a great turnout. So to all the Emory student-run organizations, departments, if you want us to share something you got going on, let us know. We'll share it. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. For all of those RSOs out there who hate that we tag them in certain posts or don't like what we're doing, perfectly fine. You can block us. You cannot subscribe to us at all. We will not be butthurt about it. We're going to continue to roll with the punches and roll our show. So I just wanted to clear that out to you because that did happen today. They didn't, this RSO, the Writing Center, didn't like that we tagged them in one of our posts, and they kind of not grand slammed me on the media, but they kind of did. I mean, I'm used to, and it's not, again, I'm not butthurt. I'm used to people leaving bad comments, didn't like what I was doing. I even had trolls, right? I had this one troll bully on my personal Instagram account. I ended up blocking him because he was just being a flat out bully. It comes with the territory of being a public figure. It comes with the territory of running a media label and running a show. I'm used to it by now. I've been doing this for 12 years. So I'm used to the hate comments. I'm used to people not really liking what we're doing. But I just wanted to clear the air a little bit on the show. If you're an Emory University affiliate and don't like what Emory Radio is doing, you cannot subscribe to us and we're going to be fine. So just wanted to clear the air out, but we're going to continue on with the show, ladies and gentlemen, because I have quite a few things I want to talk about here on today's show. And I'm so excited to talk about it. And it's just one of those things that I've got to talk about it for sure. Let's talk about, of course, that Sony and Bungie acquisition that's been all over Bloomberg Technology. Of course, you can catch Bloomberg Technology on their channel and also a little snippet on our channel, Vox TV. But I wanted to talk about the Sony Bungie acquisition that happened, I want to say 2 days ago now, because by the time you're hearing this, I'm going to be kind of late to the game. But every YouTuber's been talking about it, and I wanted to talk about it here on the show because that that's a huge acquisition, right? It's a huge acquisition. I think a lot of people think that they did that to compete with Microsoft's recent acquire of Activision Blizzard. And I wanted to clear the air for that too, because I think a lot of people are saying that the deal is closed with Microsoft and Blizzard. Ladies and gentlemen, that deal is not closed yet. It's a I'm blanking on that, $68 billion business. Of course, the Federal Trade Commission is stepping up and getting involved with this deal and making sure that the back end is clear legally. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's stop saying that this deal is closed and Microsoft owns Activision. Not yet. The deal is not closed yet. It's not closed yet. There's a lot of things that goes on to these kind of acquisitions, especially Microsoft with that big acquisition. Now, it's been proven, yes, that is the biggest acquisition that a game Microsoft can make in game history. I'll give them that title. But I'm hearing a lot of people say, yeah, they own them now. Yeah, the deal is not closed yet. There's a lot of things that have to be ironed out. We did hear that, of course, the next 4 Call of Duty games are going to be coming out for both Microsoft and PlayStation. So to that point, that deal is not done yet. So there's a lot of things. Of course, I'm very concerned about Microsoft right now because the Federal Trade Commission is involved with this deal. So there's a lot of things that they're going to look at. That's the Federal Trade Commission. You cannot mess around with that organization. They will catch every nook and cranny to make sure things are legal with this acquisition. So I do see that them owning it. I do see that they're not going to find anything. I do know that. And you know, it might be 2023, 24 when the deal is officially closed and now it's under their umbrella. But the deal is not closed with Microsoft and Blizzard. But I also think that it's not a competition that Sony said, okay, let's do this because Microsoft did this. I don't think Sony did buy Bungie for that. I saw a lot of YouTubers say this, and this is kind of interesting because Bungie did the original Halo, and Halo is owned by Microsoft. So it was a funny thing that happened. What I want to see from this deal, and I think this was a $3 billion deal. I might be wrong with that number, T. I can't remember the number, but this acquisition is very important because I do want to see Destiny 3. I know a lot of people talk about Destiny. A lot of people talk about Destiny 2. And I played both. Both was fine. You know, you can catch actually Destiny 2 right now on PlayStation 5, which is great because I played it on PS5 because it was a free upgrade for me. That was pretty good. Destiny 2 was pretty good. It was pretty, I liked it. I liked the multiplayer. I liked the online a little bit. I did dabble a little bit in the story mode. So I do like how Destiny 2 played out on PlayStation 5. But what I want to see is I want to see PlayStation make their mark. Now, I want to see that PlayStation go out and make Destiny 3. I want a third Destiny game, honestly. I want to move on from Destiny 2 because Destiny 2 has been out for a while, right? In Bungie's statement, we saw it on the PlayStation statement that Bungie is hiring different people for different roles. And it's interesting because a lot of companies right now are hiring for different roles. I saw Marquez's Brownlee's video. He's hiring for his studio. That's fantastic. Congratulations to Marquez Brownlee. He's doing some great things, man, honestly. But anyway, Bungie is hiring for different positions for the upscale of Destiny's online, well, Destiny 2's online portion of the game. I do think that they're looking for different people to work on the next game because Pete, I forgot his last name, but his first name is Pete, CEO of Bungie, said, you know, we're looking for people, talented people to work on Destiny 2's online player and beyond. So that means that they are making more games for Destiny. I can't wait for Destiny 3. I think Destiny 3 will be a hit. What I want to see for Destiny 3, and this is speculations because it hasn't been announced for Destiny 3. That's not what I'm saying. But I do see Destiny 3 coming in the future for PlayStation 5. They might make it an exclusive, but then again, Sony did say they are an independent. So I do believe that Sony might say, hey, Destiny 3 can come out for Xbox as well, but we have our name stamped on it. So it's interesting with this acquisition. I think this is a huge move for PlayStation. It's about time that PlayStation is making these moves, though, because if you look at the demographics a little bit, if you look at it, Xbox is buying every studio known to man that you would think. And, you know, PlayStation has some acquisitions, has some partnerships with some different developers, but it's very interesting because you have all these big players like Xbox buying these bigger players like Bethesda, Activision Blizzard, which the deal's not really done yet, and so much other studios. Ninja Theory is another great one. And you have PlayStation that has Bungie, Insomniac Games, Sucker Punch. So it's not a competition. It's just companies, PlayStation, Xbox, they're doing their thing out to make sure that they get the best for their systems, especially when these next-gen consoles are coming out. I did watch a video from Alana Pierce. Shout out to Alana Pierce. I doubt she's listening to the show, but she did talk about this acquisition. She does want to see a third party staying independent. I kind of want to see that too, because honestly, I like it where there's a third party out there that's on all platforms and their games are just great. Third party companies, they produce well made out games as well. So it's very interesting. We're still kind of early with the acquisition phase. When it comes to Xbox and Blizzard, it's the same kind of concept with Sony and Bungie. Yes, it's acquisition. Yes, it's out there in the news, but even that deal's not even 100% closed yet because they still have to iron out some things with their acquisition. So it's interesting for me. It's interesting that a lot of people think when, hey, I acquired something, oh, the deal is done with $3 billion. No, that's not the case. There's legal, there's lawyers, there's contracts, there's different things that goes on with this acquisition kind of thing. And I think a lot of people are kind of getting it a little bit confused, thinking that these deals are done, 100% done. They're not 100% done. So Sony's doing some big things, though. I cannot wait for Sony. There's been, and some people say that, oh, thank God Sony's doing something because they have nothing coming out, which is crazy because we are in the month of February. And this is why I said at the beginning of the show, February is a great month simply because Horizon Forbidden West is one great game that's coming out. Getting it day one, by the way, and I will do an in-depth review because I will be talking about it in my in our shows. Our shows obviously, but we're going to be talking about it on Element Magazine as well for the month of February. So that's why it is so important for sure. Now let's get onto the sports news because I know I haven't talked about sports news that much, and I try to diversify for you guys because I have a lot of people that listen to the show and listen to the tech side of the show, but I do now, and believe it or not, statistics, and I looked at our viewership analytics, a lot of people loved the sports side of the show because I like to dabble into sports, and boy, this is a big one right here. You guys know, y'all want to know what Brian Flores is doing? So Brian Flores was the ex-coach of the Miami Dolphins. Of course, he is suing the NFL, the Giants, the Dolphins, and the Broncos, claiming racism in hiring process. Of course, the former Miami Dolphins head coach Brian Flores, and shout out to Aaron Taylor because, you know, she's trying to get it. And Aaron, if you're someone watching the show, I want you to pursue your dreams in the NFL because that's all you talk about the NFL a lot. But you told me that Brian Flores was a great coach. I've seen some of his work. He is a great coach. He's filed a class action lawsuit against the NFL, the New York Giants, the Denver Broncos, and the Dolphins, claiming racial discrimination in the league's hiring process for coaches and executives. Of course, Flores filed a suit in the Southern District of New York on Tuesday, and accuses Dolphins owner Stephen Ross of offering him $1,000 for every loss in an effort to tank for the number one draft pick during the 2019 NFL season. This includes texts he alleges are from New England Patriots head coach Bill Belichick, demonstrating that the Giants conducted an interview with Flores while knowing that they intended to hire Brian Daboll as head coach. So it can go a lot of ways. It sucks. And I'm gonna just say this honestly, because it really does suck that racial discrimination still exists, still happens in today's society. It drives me nuts. I hate that. I really do. There's a lot of jobs out there that I've applied for that I know, and I'm just alleging, I don't know 100% where I've applied for and I just didn't get it because they looked at the non-black guy and say, oh, we'll hire the non-black guy instead of this black kid. So luckily, Emory didn't do that for me. So thank you, Emory. But it sucks that racial discrimination does happen out here in the world. I hate that for Brian Flores for sure. The suit alleges that the Giants interviewed Flores simply to satisfy the NFL's Rooney Rule mandate requiring the team to interview minority candidates. Of course, Michelle Steele, of course, she tweeted, Brian Flores' class action lawsuit against the NFL. He is being represented by the same firm that represent Harvey Weinstein victims and former Fox News employees in the discrimination cases. Of course, more goes on for this for sure. Of course, the NFL responds to Flores' lawsuit. This is what the NFL said. The NFL and our clubs are deeply committed to ensure equality. Okay, so I don't know if this is true. This is just what it says. And every company says this because they're in heat. Every company has said this. Now, this is what the NFL says. The NFL and our clubs are deeply committed to ensure equitable employment practices. I don't think I said that word right. And continue to make process improving equality opportunities throughout our organizations. Diversity is the core of everything we do. And there were few issues on which our clubs and internal leadership teams spend more time. We will defend against these claims, which are without merit. All right. First of all, I want to see an end result, right? NFL statement, every company, and I hope the NFL is watching, and I'm not shaming the NFL, I'm not slandering them. Before some people in the comments twists my word, I'm not shaming the NFL, I'm not slamming the NFL, but your statement, every company says that when they get some heat. Honestly, every company will say, oh, that's the equality is the heart of what we do. That everyone has said that. Every company that has that. Now, do I want to see Brian Flores win? Maybe, right? And I say maybe because I don't know the ins and outs of this law case. I'm not in the internal meetings with Brian Flores. Brian Flores don't even know who I am. So I'm not in there with his lawyer to find out what's going on. So that's why I say maybe to this case, because I want to see some retribution. Do I think racial discrimination is real? Yes, absolutely. Racial discrimination happens every day, and that's something we battle. And it's not to get bring politics into it, but we battle that stuff every day. So it's just one of those things that is a sticky situation for the NFL. That's why I'm saying we're going to follow the story, and we'll get back to you guys on that, because there's a two-way street to this, right? There's a two-way street to this, two-way street that Brian's allegations is true, and he might win, but then again, he's going against the NFL, the National Football League, that powerhouse of sports, at least one of the powerhouse for sports. So it's kind of tricky that Flores is going and challenging the NFL. Now, if he end up winning, of course, he'll probably get a settlement, and, he can't work in the NFL no more. But, I mean, maybe it's time for him to retire. He's looking, and this is just me speculating, Brian Flores is thinking two ways with this. He can win this case, improve his allegations, and, of course, NFL got money. You can't say NFL is broke, ain't got the money. NFL got money to just blow. So they'll probably settle up, and, of course, this will allow Brian Flores to retire. Right? Because a company, if you're suing a company, you can't work for the company again. Like if I ever, God forbid, I've worked jobs before where I really wanted to sue the living crap. My last job dealing with Amazon, I wanted to sue the people that I worked for within Amazon. But see, if I did, I knew not to. I'm not going back to that department, not going to work for Amazon again. Never will, really. I work for a great institution, so it's not going to matter to me that much. But the point is, Brian Flores, if he does decide to pursue that lawsuit, and if he wins, he'll get a settlement. He's going to retire, because you cannot find there. No clubs wanting to hire you after your allegations. So it's also tricky. right? Because now you got Brian Flores. What if he loses the case, right? It happens. People lose cases every day. If Brian Flores loses this case, not only he doesn't have a job, you can't work in the NFL because no club's not going to want to hire you. So that's why I say it's a 50-50 chance. I'm looking for the best result. We'll get back to you guys on that for sure, because that's a sticky situation for sure. So now I'm looking at Tyrus is saying my time is running short here on today's show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this K.L.P Aftermath podcast. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're watching us on YouTube at Daily Motion, and subscribe to Spotify videos, iHeartRadio, Pandora, iTunes, and Amazon Music and Audible, and share it with your friends to let you guys know that we were live. So that's going to wrap it up here, K.L.P Aftermath, with your host, K.L.P Kennedy Lucas. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's show. As always, remember to stay safe, drink water every 15 minutes, and stay swanky.